Hey guys, I keep forgetting that I was going to do a card reading for you all today. Maddie is not here because we are on official quarantine. You know, people around us have COVID. Okay, so we've got Avalon, Telos, animals, and trees today. The Wisdom of Avalon, Tree Angel Oracle deck, medicine cards, and the Telos book series, okay? And I'm gonna do pretty brief readings usually, okay? Because we don't need to swim around in our mind forever trying to predict, especially daily readings. I'm gonna start doing weekly ones though for when Maddie's not here, because I tend to not focus on them as much when she's not here, because she likes to do the cards. It's pretty cute. I know she's annoying sometimes, but she's only 3. Okay, so let's put you here. Alrighty. So real fast, daily energy or the energy of the next 24 hours or so, since it's already 2 p.m. California time here on November 17th. Yeah. Fear. Yeah, I did feel a surge in that, guys, recently. So just remember, the most effective thing to do with fear is to transcend it. And that means by feeling God, your higher self, your guru, master, teacher, goddess, the light, whatever you want to call it, guys. You got to feel the fear in the body and feel that through it. Feel that at the same time as it. Give the fear to that. And that's why I teach people emotional processing on the phone. And there are a bunch of videos actually on this channel about that. That help with that. And doing it on the phone is by donation. I teach you once. You have to do something for a month for homework. You have to do a 20-minute meditation every day for homework. And then when motions come up, you know what to do with them. So that seems to be up lately, that I need to say that, even though I'm not doing that to advertise anymore, guys. I don't need the money in that way. I'm doing it as my contribution. It will always be one of my greatest contributions, I think. Okay, so Scorpio, I think it's almost time for Sagittarians. This is for Scorpios. Get to the truth, Scorpio. And this is what you're good at, Scorpio, is getting to the truth. Right? That's what I love about Scorpios, actually. I'm an Aquarius. I'm not supposed to like Scorpios. It didn't work out to be in a long-term romantic relationship with one. That's for sure. Even though I love him and respect him so much. Besides that, though, I love Scorpios. Scorpios are all about getting to the deep truth of the matter, you guys, and detecting what needs to be detected. Mad detectives. Okay. We did Avalon. Let's do Telos. We are asking about lightworkers and the spiritual technique for today. So this is perfect. Telos is in the heart of Mount Shasta. That's right, the 5th dimension. I like to continually shock people by talking about people who live in Mount Shasta. But what you gonna do? You gotta be yourself. This is the true me. And I'm actually not a flaky person, so it's funny. Because that has such an image, right? That has such a hippie, flaky image. Okay, so light workers, I need you to do this. Become the God that you are right now by becoming love in action in all you think, say, and do. Focus on love, light workers, for the next 24 hours, okay? So there's some really simple messages here, guys. Transcend fear by focusing on love. If you're a detective, get to the truth, okay? And spiritual practice for today or the next 24 hours is, as the nurturing soul of Earth is once again recognized and allowed to reestablish herself in nature and in society, the true inspiration of the divine will express itself in oneness in your daily life through the building of community. A spiritual technique today is to communicate with spiritual devotees or spiritual masters or spiritual beings. Have spiritual conversations. Who am I? That's a really good spiritual conversation. I used to get to go to a meeting, you guys, where we could talk about our spiritual experiences and who are we in a really cool self-discovery kind of way. We called it Advaita. It is a word that comes from the Vedic. And I would say that this card is about communication and community building as well as the earth. So if you cannot be with your community today because you're on lockdown like me, you can be with the earth, probably. I know it's about to rain here where I am, but you can go outside, you can be the earth, or you can do grounding activities. You can do earth meditations inside or something. All right. Keeping it moving without our little 3-year-old entertainment. We are on to medicine cards. Some upside down guys in there, but I'm not going to take upside down anyway, so. Speaking of Telos that we just did, this was a nice new amethyst from Mount Shasta I got. I also got this cool smoky quartz from Lake Tahoe this summer. Okay. And I think a bunch of these other crystals I've got. I think this one and this one that I got in Mount Shasta this summer were from Brazil, probably. Okay, so for romance today. Do your own thing, guys. Do your own thing. Answer your own call. Be your own intuition. Don't just follow your intuition. Be your intuition. Ask your animal guide and your guides and angels to help you with your romantic life today. Okay? And twin flames. This is a difficult term to use, but the Swan. Okay, that's a really cool one because it's about working really hard under the surface and being graceful on top. Swans do mate for life. They are a romantic creature, and there's a whole swan myth in the Celtic pantheon. Let's pull one for soulmates too, since we did twin flames. Since we've got like the blank one for romance today. Soulmates. Badger. That's like don't give up. Be persistent. Interesting. We're going to do trees next for health, which is so appropriate. What's more healthy than being in trees, guys? Or using trees? For instance, if you are having worries about COVID, get the pine in right away, guys. The pine. The elderberry. That might be the end of my tree analogy there. But hot water, aerobic exercise, lung stretches, elderberry, pine, turmeric, vitamin C, zinc, of course. There's so many more, you guys. Ginger, clove, cinnamon. Oh, peppermint. Peppermint. Such a good one. Okay. I'm going to read you about romance before we get into that. We're about there. Just want to really... For the soulmate card, you guys, the Badger, be aggressive until you reach your goal. Know the inner power that lives in your soul. It is the medicine of many powerful medicine women. Roots can ground negative energy into the earth. We've got an earth theme today, guys. By allowing illness to pass through a body. Oh, we've got an illness theme today, too. Through a body into the ground as neutral energy. Badger medicine people are quick to act in a crisis, and they do not panic. If Badger is part of your medicine, you are quick to express your feelings, and you do not care what the consequences are. Badger people oftentimes insist on carrying the ball for the touchdown. Badger medicine may also point to the aggressive healer. We've got like something pulling everything together, you guys. The earth, healing from viruses, right? With herbs from the earth, and romance, and transcending fear, and being about truth, and feeling loved. Feeling loved, being loving. Important, important, important. Badger people can be vicious gossips or may exhibit a chip on the shoulder syndrome if they're out of balance. But they can be an aggressive healer who will have the courage to use unconventional means to exact a cure. Like the mother who sits for days nursing a child with a high fever, Badger is willing to persist. This is about your soulmate, but it seems like it's about health in some ways, doesn't it? It may be telling you that you have been too meek in trying to reach some goal. Badger asks how long you are willing to sit and wait for the world to deliver your silver spoon. In this medicine, the key is to become aggressive enough to do something about your present state of affairs. Badger is teaching you to get angry in a creative way and say, I won't take it anymore. I want to emphasize, though, guys, that it's not about being aggressive towards a soulmate. It's not about being aggressive in romance, because that just pushes people away. I want to emphasize that you should aggressively get rid of your own issues. You should aggressively feel God and feel your real self, you, which is God, instead of thinking that you have to go running after someone. You should be aggressive as far as the truth, healing, and stating the truth, though. Don't put up with crap. If you really want a soulmate, don't put up with crap from karmic partners. Don't put up with crap that's not really worth your time, right? And swans, we'll go ahead and read it, even though I kind of gave you a brief already. And I don't like to go too long here, but swans for twin flames, which is such a... Twin flame is just your other self. Your other self, guys. It's not that romantic. But the power of woman entering sacred space. It is grace, Swan. Swan told Dragonfly many of the wonders beyond illusion. Through her healing and her acceptance of the state of grace, she was given the right to enter the dream time. It's almost like the opposite of the soulmate card. It's so funny. So it is that we learn to surrender to the grace of the rhythm of the universe and slip from our physical bodies into the dream time. If you pulled Swan, it ushers in a time of altered states of awareness and of development of your intuitive abilities. Swan medicine people have the ability to see the future, to surrender to the power of Great Spirit, and to accept the healing and transformation of their lives. Yes. The Swan card is telling you to accept your ability to know what lies ahead. Use your intuition. Because as far as twin flames go, if you really have met your real twin flame, then there's tons of intuition available to you. If you're resisting your self-transformation, relax. It will be easier if you go with the flow. I do recommend New World All-Star as far as twin flames, guys, because you can get so into obsessive twin flame crap. It doesn't help anything. It makes everything worse. Okay, here we go. Tree Angel Oracle for individual health today. The ivy, so beautiful. And for the pandemic, olive. Ooh, that's really cool because that's about enlightenment. And you must be using this time in lockdown to get enlightened, guys. Otherwise, you're using it wrongly. I hate to say that, but it's really true. 22 is ivy, and 22 is a master number. It is the master number of when I was born. It has to do with receptivity. Don't ask for reward or compensation. This is about your own health, guys. Don't ask for reward or compensation, or whether someone sometime will recognize the greatness of your actions. It makes no difference. Let's put this away here so you can see. It makes no difference to you. There is no need for triumph. The greatest happiness is found in following your inner path. Follow your inner path for your own health. With the blessing of the Ivy Angel, may the green heart of Ivy weave its way around the stock market and global corporations, inspire new goals and values, because the Ivy is the only tree in the Oracle that has relinquished its ability to grow vertically. It has no backbone. This allows ivy to weave in and out, to climb and crawl, and to wind around things. The angel of ivy allows you to take part in its unparalleled willingness to serve the earth. Ooh, here's our earth theme again, you guys. Okay. 23 is olive. That's so cool. 23 is olive. The olive brings abundance and riches. Wow, it's such a weird irony, right? Such a weird juxtaposition. What do you call it? It's a catch 22. It's an interesting paradox. It's a paradox that the pandemic could bring us wealth, right? How is that possible for you? Really investigate that, because the olive tree's gifts are health and well-being, increase and success. It might be giving you more time to sleep. It might be giving you more time to exercise. It might be giving you more time to take care of yourself, you guys. It might be giving you more time to think about what you really want to do in life and start building your own wealth, truly. Don't ask. Let's see, this is the ivy. I gotta get out of that one. War has no winners. Don't get into the war, you guys. It's vicious on both sides. Those are two sides of ourselves. And of course, we're all on one side or the other. I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion. But war has no winners. With the first attack, humankind is already lost. Riches come from within. Honor your adversary. There are no enemies. They will share their sunlight with you as you share your joy with them. All right, guys, I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Have an awesome 24 hours. Over here, it's about to rain. Look at that. You can kind of see it. It's kind of see it.